What's up, you guys? Today I'll be showing you how to make some of the world's best chili. Here's some of the ingredients that I'll be using today, and this is one of my specialties. It's definitely a crowd and a family pleaser. So we're going to start by using ground turkey and smoked turkey skinless sausage. So there's no pork, no beef, all turkey-based chili. Then I like to use the colorful green, red, and yellow peppers with the whole onion and minced garlic. These ingredients combined really adds a nice color and taste to your chili. Then we have our vegetable oil. The vegetable oil is going to be used to put in the pan to saute up your colorful vegetables here. So you'll use that vegetable oil to saute your vegetables, and I also like to add in my smoked turkey sausage and saute all of that together. It is so beautiful, and it'll have your home smelling amazing. So two of my very most secret ingredients for this chili is soy sauce and sweet honey barbecue sauce. Those two together really add a nice salt and sweet taste. You'll be surprised. It is delicious. And of course we have the chili seasoning mix. This actually gives the chili the necessary taste that it needs. So you definitely need that seasoning mix. Then I like to throw in some Rotel chili fixings. Like 2 to 3 cans will actually work pretty well. Depending on how soupy you want your chili to be. But this is actually really good. And then to the beans. One of my secret beans that I like to use is the vegetarian beans. This actually adds a nice taste to your chili. And I also like to throw in those kidney beans. I have the light red and the dark red. They have a really nice size and texture for your chili. So these are the ingredients I will be using to make some of the world's best chili. You will not regret it. So now, as you can see, I've actually taken the time to chop up my colorful vegetables and a whole onion, and then I've actually added some minced garlic, as you can see there. Then I also chopped up that skinless smoked turkey sausage and sort of added it all together with vegetable oil inside of a pan or skillet. And you want to cook all of this together to kind of get those flavors blending in well together. But to also soften up those vegetables and give it a nice taste with your meat. So you want to cook this on medium for no more than 10 minutes. Just to let everything kind of simmer together and let those vegetables get soft. And as you cook it, you want to stir it occasionally to make sure nothing is sticking, and just check on it. And also you'll notice after a few minutes it's going to have your kitchen smelling amazing. Look at those colors. This is so beautiful. Alright, let's just let that cook. Okay, you guys, so after about 10 to 12 minutes, this is what the turkey meat and the vegetables look like. So you see the difference, how it's kind of more blended together. The vegetables are softer, and all of the juices are going to be kind of flowing together, which makes it a better taste. You could just give it that final stir. Alright, depending on the size of the chili that you're making, you could actually make this chili in a crock pot. And that could feed a family of 4 to 6, maybe even 8, depending on how you eat your chili. But today I'm actually going to be using a very large pot to make. That way it could last for like maybe 3 days. So I don't have to keep cooking the chili. So I will be using a large pot to place this in. Okay, now I've added my ground turkey to the pan. And I've also added some chili seasoning mix on top. So typically I don't have to use regular seasoning. because this chili seasoning is actually pretty potent, and it gives it that nice taste that you need for your chili. Sometimes I'll add 1 pack, but it really just depends on how much meat I'm cooking and using. So I would definitely say the more meat you use, the more chili seasoning you can actually add. If you're sensitive to seasoning and strong taste, you might want to start off with adding 1 pack of chili mix to your meat and cook it through and then taste it. Then you can decide if it has enough chili flavor for you or not. At that time, you can add more. Sometimes I will add the chili mix to the pot. Once everything is inside the pot and ready to blend, I'll add another chili seasoning. So that's really up to you. But the rule of thumb for any food that you're cooking is to taste it. Make sure you taste it. And for this ground turkey, it should take maybe 15 minutes tops for you to actually cook it on medium and give it a nice brown. Make sure it cooks all the way through before we add it to the pot with the chili. So I'm actually using a large pot today, and I've actually went ahead and added the vegetable mix with the turkey. Okay, I like to put that at the bottom, and then I take the time to get my meat nice and cooked. And then I'll add this next to the chili mixture. Alright, you guys, now we're checking back in with the ground turkey. And it's actually looking nice and brown, like it is done and ready. And if you take a closer look at the grease, look at that grease. Turkey meat does not produce as much grease as ground beef. If this was ground beef, the grease would literally be flowing out of the pan. So this is actually very manageable for the amount of grease and fat from the turkey, and that's really why I like to use the ground turkey. And it's just a little bit healthier for you. Okay, so I'm going to take the time to drain this meat, and then I'm going to add the meat to the vegetable mixture. Alright, so I added the ground turkey in there with the vegetables. And I've just poured in my dark red kidney beans. Now I'm going to add in those light red kidney beans. I like to pour the whole can in there, especially if I'm making a nice large pot of beans or chili. Then with the vegetarian beans, I add all of the beans and the juice from the beans, because that actually gives a nice taste. I add the whole can in there. Okay, now I'm going to add my chili fixings. This is a pretty large pot, as you can see, so I may end up adding 3 cans of chili fixing instead of the 2. So I'll go back and add that 3rd can a little later, maybe after I taste it, to gauge and see if I actually need that 3rd can or not. Remember, you must taste. That way you can know exactly where you are with your food and know what you have to do next. So let's start with the sweet honey barbecue sauce. I just literally turn it upside down to get the adding. But remember, it's sweet honey, so you don't want to overdo it. You want to start with just a decent amount. And then go ahead and add in any type of soy sauce. This actually added a lot of good flavor. Let's add that on in there. Again, I don't have exact measurements for these. I just kind of add it at first. And then I take the time to stir and mix everything in. And turn. You can actually cook your chili and let everything simmer together in a pot, or even a crock pot will work, for maybe 1 solid hour. Some people may cook it a little longer, but 1 hour actually works for me when I'm making it inside of the big pot. You don't want to turn it up too high, because that'll probably make your chili start sticking at the bottom of the pot. So again, medium fire should do the trick. And as you're stirring your chili, make sure you get down to the bottom and really mix in those vegetables and everything together. And if it looks kind of dry, then you definitely want to take time out to add more moisture. So in my case, I'm going to actually add more moisture, which will be another can of the chili fixings. Once you add that in there, it's going to give it a lot more moisture. You can even add more soy and more barbecue sauce, but I would recommend you add those things a little bit later once everything simmer together, and taste it to see if you actually want to add more of those things or not. You guys, here's the finishing result of the chili. Look at that nice color. Very nice. I topped it off with shredded cheese and a little bit of sour cream. Can't wait to dig in and enjoy. By the way, you can also eat these with crackers or any side item that you would like to eat with it. It's very delicious and it can last for several days. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you tried the chili and I appreciate you for watching. You can like my channel and subscribe for more meals coming your way. From Adrienne Latrice.